What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Monday Night Fights. I'm Mommy Paul.a.D, and I got a great bit of Company of Heroes 2 action for you today. It's going to be Game 2 of the winner's bracket number 2 between what? There it is, between Luvnest and Paul.a.D. I just posted a link to all of the music of Operation Charlie Fox. We put together an album for you guys. It's even got an album cover, and there's a whole track list. It's all MP3s and .wav files by Linsky and Stefenfu and Octopus. That's all the copyright-free music that we've been playing throughout this event, so you can grab it at that link right there. It's in the chat. I'll throw it again. Bang. 350 of you have come out on this Monday night to watch me winding back the clock and looking at some missing OCF replays from the event. We've been following the third bracket of day one. We saw Paul defeat DevM in 2 thrilling games. Those were great. I'm really glad I got to watch those. I have been curious, when I saw the result in the bracket a week ago, as soon as I saw the result, Paul 2-0ing DevM, I was like, whoa, how did he do it? What happened? And so now we know finally, just some incredible play by Paul, some immaculate unit preservation, and in the end, those attacks with the flames, man, incendiary off-map call-ins and KV-8 fire, and just all of DevM's units melting in the fire, man. Just a rough way to start his main event. Man, DevM, after that loss to Paul, he had to go down to the bottom bracket and play again right then on that day. So, somehow he must have recovered. We're going to have an interview with the Operation Charlie Fox champion this Friday. So that'll be in 4 days from today, October 9th at 1900 CEST European time. That's the time in Berlin. There will be a winner's interview with the champ, and we'll get to pick his brain and ask him, why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? A question that I'm going to ask him for sure. Like Game 3 of the Losers Bracket Finals, picking the side that you lost with. What? Why did you do that? I need to know. I need to hear it from the horse's mouth, so to speak. You lost with Wehrmacht, you won with USF, and then Game 3 you have choice and you pick Wehrmacht. Why? So, that'll definitely be one of the questions, and then maybe we'll also get to go and look at a couple replays and get analysis from the number 1 USF player and the number 1 Wehrmacht player in the world. So that's Friday, so come back and see us then. We're going after subs, guys. Thanks, Mithrial for subbing. That's one more sub closer to 2 new emotes. I've got 22 out of 25. I need 3 more subs to get new emotes, and they're going to be awesome if they're from Sunday Night Fight. So we're going to get maybe Gununga Gap or Strumming Bird to make something really cool for us. So we want 3 more subs, just 3 more. Hopefully we can get those by Friday night. All right, guys, let's go in game and watch Game 2 of Luvnest and Paul. Here we go. And they're off. Luvnest cruised to victory behind his overwhelming Osttruppen in Game 1. And, Paul strangely selected radio intercept. I wonder if him selecting that whole faction was a misclick. I don't, we haven't, what does that really give you? How did that serve him at all, picking that commander? Luvnest has available to him mechanized support, shock rifle, and guard motor. So some pretty standard, tried and true Soviet doctrines. These are all, I think, vanilla white border commanders from the very launch of the game. The Soviets have the best white border commanders of the bunch. And of course, if you're ever in doubt, just select shock rifle. That's what we saw Paul use to defeat DevM on Kolodny Ferma just a few moments ago. So Paul now, having suffered 1 loss, he'll have to play Wehrmacht, and we saw amazing Wehrmacht play from him against DevM. He did get a lead, and he did go close air support. You can see that he's got Spearhead, Mechanized Assault, and the dreaded CAS available to him. Love hopping into my house, getting his dirty footprints on my carpets and so forth. You're going to have to come back and clean those up later, Luvnest. That's really disrespectful. Hey, stay out. Hey, get out of there. And watch my bike. Hey, Hey, no, hey, wait, hey, I didn't say, hey, you're bashing my windows in, standing around wiping your sweat, trudging along on my carpets. Get out of here, Luvnest. Get out of there. Stinking conscripts. All right, let's do some fog of war. Here's what Luvnest sees. That's right. Get out of my house. Did you hear that? You can hear the windows get broken in OCFHQ, and this is what Paul sees. All right, now we're gonna have this fight that we've seen many times before. Hey guys, I got the word from Relic. I learned recently that this map was designed by Matt, aka Eagleheart, and kudos to you, Matt, you made a map that kicks ass, man. Like, you know, you've been working for Relic, designing maps for many years now. We met in Vancouver 2.5 years ago. It was a pleasure to meet you, and it's been a pleasure to work with you over these past years. And somehow, you know, you had this map in you, and now you've released it. It's the only Brits 1v1 map, and it kicks ass. Who makes a map that goes straight into the tournament rotation, man? So huge kudos to Eagleheart for just making an awesome map. You know, the variety of buildings in the center. Usually we hate maps that have a clogged up center full of houses, but Matt has spaced them and added cover in key positions. He spaced them perfectly. They're unique, they're different. The walls, the way they face one another, is just fantastic. So kudos to Eagleheart for creating Arnhem Checkpoint, and tournament organizers will probably be thanking you for years to come. Love's got 3 conscripts, 2 engineers. Usually when there's 2 engineers, there's some kind of T1 rush, but he has gone T2 and he's picking up a Maxim now. It's almost like it's almost like an M3 bluff, right? He's showing 2 NGs and flames, and then Paul think, oh, he must be rushing M3. It might be good if he was rushing M3 actually, because Paul's got this very early sniper, and the M3 flamers would be a great counter to it. So bit of mind games, but maybe they're not really paying attention to the cues that they're getting from one another. Paul's got 3 Grens. The Grens got really torn up in the center. Look at them having to retreat everywhere. Just Luvnest's building management in the center, managing those fights, was highly successful. I mean, we saw at the beginning, this game is looking similar to last game in that Luvnest is all over the center of the map right from the start. But last time, Luvnest did it with Ostroop. This time, he's doing it with conscripts, and it's pretty impressive. Paul might be a little rattled, having suffered his first loss. Surprise! How did he know to get in just then? How did he know? Something must have seen it. Perhaps the church, yeah. Line of sight provided by the church saw those pioneers trying to sneak into the house. Luvnest denies it, just in the nick of time. Bet he's not really enjoying being shot at by the sniper. Look at these guys. They're just hiding, waiting for an opportunity. Snipers moving around to support these Grens. They're fighting around this VP. When are these guys? Here they come. They're rushing in. Let's look at the fog of war. He does know. He saw the sniper. He knows the sniper's in here somewhere. Let's see how he's just. Oh, now he decides. Nah, forget it. Just gonna give it up. There's just too much stuff up there. My padding is gone. The conscripts were the padding. The padding's gone. So let's just abort this attempt. Focus on the left a bit. Sniper never had to worry about getting attacked. These are interestingly faced. They're going to hop back into my house. Man, Luvnest. You could at least wipe your feet at the door. I need to get one of those mats where, you know, it's kind of like you know, like at the golf course where you can clean the grass out of your spikes. I need one of those for these dirty Russians that are trying to mess up my house. A little bit of quiet on Arnhem. Let's have a look at the checkpoints, shall we? Look, there's one. All right, let's count the checkpoints. This will be a trivia question. Okay, there's 2 checkpoints. Okay, they're gonna fight again. We'll get back to that. I've yet to Photoshop Dutchie into one of those little houses. I gotta do that. Now Paul's gonna be rude and drip a bunch of oil into my carpets and stuff. Do you know how hard that is to get out? I can pretty much trash all those carpets now. Thanks, Paul. Wow, man. See the green cover behind that fence? Look at him stand up to this Maxim fire. Uh-oh. Tough retreat, though. That's going to hurt Paul. Let's see if they can get a knife. They do. Really tough retreat. Clearly the wrong play. He should have kind of went along the cover into the house and out the back door to try to survive that. Those little mistakes, man, they can add up. Now you got conscripts all up in your business. Garrisoning my house. Flanking around the headquarters. Look at these conscripts. Now, let's see. Does Luvnest? He does not have mollies. Ooh, they're going to Oorah chase the sniper. Wow, they might get him. He's crossing the red road. Oh, come on, stop and fire. What? Oh, he had a great chance there to stop and fire, and he missed it. He moved too far. I don't know if he was saving a squad or what, but a little micro misstep, and the sniper escapes. All right, are these guys going to stop fighting for a second so we can go back to the matter at hand, which was counting checkpoints, the important stuff that Ami cares about? SNF viewers need to know how many checkpoints there are. All right. Oh, look, there is one on this road. Okay, so that's 3. And then over here, that's 4. All right, so 4 checkpoint. That's the answer to the trivia question. Makes sense, right? 4 major roads into Arnhem, 4 checkpoints. Are there more, perhaps? Let's look up in here. No, nothing. All right, yeah, there's fighting. I don't care. Here we go. Here we go. Are there more Are there any over here? We counted that one already. No. All right, so 4 is the answer to the trivia question. All right, I'll stop. I promise. I promise. No more zooms. Well, maybe if a unit with decals comes out. And no more of this looking around the map. Look, we got action. Look, we got Paul going for the... Paul decides to go mechanized and grab this battle group. People just making strange decisions. We've seen so many games, and these guys in this series are picking commanders that we've never seen in any of those games. I mean, perhaps people like to go mechanized because they love to get, they love to get the Stück 3 Ausf E. That's very popular, but how often do you see them actually call in the 250 half track? Well, that's brave capping. Uh-oh, decal alert. Zoom warning. I promised I wouldn't do it. I won't do it. I promise. It's all game from here on out. Promise. You've got my word. Still no AT nades from Luvnest. You can see there, they're unupgraded. No mollies, no AT nades, so you might have other ideas for his fuel. Nice mines, but somehow this SDKFC 250 has been dodging them all, although he might back right into this one. Or not. More action in the center. Paul's pushing into the center. Wow. The MG is the head of the spear, strangely enough. Ooh, nice sweeping. Look at these sweepers discovered both of the mines around the HQ. But if they retreat, those mines are going to recloak. That's a drag. What happened over here? They did hit the mine, finally. The sniper's looking for an angle to get back in. Wow, why did he have to retreat? Did he get too close to those conscripts? These dudes are all fighting each other again. The mines have recloaked. That MG needs to remember to get out the back door. Oh, man. Okay. Wow, the Panzer Grenadiers died to a mine. Luvnest's got some shock troopers out, and it looks like he's going to win this battle. There's nothing better when you're fighting against houses to have other guys in houses just sucking up the fire. This Maxim, look, it seems like that house is out of the Maxim's range, but the range was the Maxim was firing the whole time. Oh, careful, sniper! You don't want to get too close to those shock troopers. Here was the plan. This is where Luvnest's fuel went. He's got the T-70. He's going right after that sniper. A big shot from the main gun takes half of its health, and the next shot kills it. That's a dinger. That's a dinger. Kills the sniper, capping the entire map. Shock troops at the front. The T-70's going to swallow up a Faust and be able to retreat. He's looking for some reps somewhere. The double vet Maxim now in the OCF HQ. Luvnest feeling pretty good about things in his first best of 3 in Operation Charlie Fox main event Saturday. Look at him hiding behind this shack, just ready to spring. All the baddies are in here somewhere. There's one. Go get him. Oh, man. The Maxim's ranging those guys. Just ambushes everywhere. Wow, this is kind of neat. The Flamer 250. It's like the Wehrmacht version of the pop car. The M3 with flamers. Uh-oh. There's a lot of traps around here, and these mines are still here. Paul never got a chance to sweep anything. Here are the sweepers. They need to get close to this vehicle. It's just so odd to see that vehicle even built. You know, most people want to rush the Stug. The Stug would, of course, counter the T-70. But now what's he going to do? He lost his Panzer Grenadiers that came with that thing, so he's not able to get Shreks. He really doesn't have any counter for the T-70. Nothing being built. He doesn't even have Tier 2. He doesn't even have access to packs. Paul's really in a bind. I don't see how he's going to be able to really attack anything. This T-70 is just going to stop all harassment everywhere. Paul keeps spending all his ammo in Fausts. You know, he's got no ammo now. He's doing his best with this SDKFC 250. For those of you that don't know what SDKFC stands for, it's Sonderkraftfahrzeug, which of course means utility vehicle in German. There we go. Practice after me. Come on, Quagmire, and you SNF sub, you beautiful person, you. Practice after me. Say it out loud. I know your girlfriend will think you're weird, or your children, or your wife, or whoever, but let's all repeat after me. Come on. Sonderkraftfahrzeug. Nice and slow. Sonderkraftfahrzeug. That one's a tongue twister. Okay, finally our Tier 2 is up in the safety pack, arriving quite late, only halfway built at 14 minutes. And Luvnest has the look. Now it's the other story, right? Now it's the Wehrmacht campaign. I need you to take over the church. We need to come in and control the OCF headquarters. We need to fight our way into Arnhem. Be careful. There's going to be mines at every entrance. He lit up one mine. Flamer v. Flamer war. That's fun. We're looking at it backwards. What are we, Cataclaw? T-70's in here in recon mode, just checking it out. Maybe capping some points. Oh, brave moves by Paul. Very brave. 2 mines lit up. Let's see if he has a chance to sweep one of them. He does. He would need. Why can't he call this yet? He seems to have all of the requirements. Needs. Oh, he does. He's just a sliver of a command point away from being able to get the Stug. 1880 in against the SDKFZ. Conscripts kill it with small fire. That's surely the... Okay, there's the command point. There's the Stug. With his little snub nose, looking for some soft targets. He's going to find these conscripts right in front of his base. The infantry's in retreat. Love fighting behind sandbags. Double vet conscripts sucking up shots from the Stug. And Love just in totally comfortable position, just throwing mines everywhere. Love has an AT gun. It's here, and it's already laying shots into the sidearm of the Stug, and this could be lights out. Paul just going for it, man. He wants to kill that T-70, but does he really want to go adventuring into the fog of war? The Ziskun's kind of out of position. Wow. The Stug chasing the T-70. He really wants to kill it. Oh, my God. But what? Where's he going now? Oh, my God. What's happening? Micro misstep. Oh, Lordy. He took way too many rounds from that little T-70. And the T-70's going to kill the Stug outright. The Stug never got to fire. He was so on top of it. He must have been microing somewhere else. but the Stug just got totally lost. This is silly as Stug. And there we finally get to see some GGs on my screen. GG, well played. I played so bad. OMFG, says Paul. But we know, ladies and gentlemen, that is not the last we'll see of Paul. Paul continues in the lower bracket and provides some of the best games of the tournament. I encourage you all to check out his games, particularly versus Barton. Just incredible games versus Barton in the lower bracket. So congratulations to Luvnest. He will move on in the winner's bracket, and I have done what I came here to do, and that was cast some missing games from Operation Charlie Fox. We can chalk another point up for the Luvnest, who has failed the fatherland, we know. That's his own words. He titled his stream after OCF, "You have failed the fatherland." That's pretty funny. Luvnest is a humble guy. He's a good-spirited guy. To poke fun at yourself like that in your performances shows a healthy ego and a healthy attitude towards the game. And Love's right back in there streaming and duking it out in the trenches. So congratulations to both of these players. Account eliminators here. GG, well played, Ami. Thank you. Just trying to fill in some blanks. These will go to YouTube. Actually, I'm going to sign off now and maybe host somebody. Let's see if we did we get another sub? Does it show up immediately? I'm not even sure that it does. Let's just have a look real quick. Where's the right button to press? I'm already in the dashboard. Subscriptions. We're trying to get 25 so we can get some more emotes. I'm going to buy them myself, man. I'm going to get them myself. Does it tell me how many I've got now? Wait a second. Whoa, chat badge. I don't want to mess with that. I'm going to go and break something again. Chat badge emoticon set. 23 of 25. Guys, we need 2 more subs. Just 2 more subs. 2 more subs and I get 2 new emoticons. Hopefully we'll do something good with them. If we can't get them today, we'll try to get them on Friday. Guys, if you didn't hear about it yet, on Friday we're going to have the winner interview with Operation Charlie Fox, heavyweight champion of the world. We're going to be able to pick his brain about why he chose certain factions at certain times and which maps he prefers and how in the world is he so successful with USF. So that'll be this Friday. I hope you guys come back. That'll probably be my next broadcast. I had fun doing this. I feel better now. I was really missing OCF. I was getting the withdrawal jitters, and I feel a little bit better now that I was able to get back behind the mic and show a couple games, throw some zooms at you guys. It's going to be a running thing now. Man, I got so much. Everybody's coming after me for those zooms, man. Anyway, I got to throw some zooms at you. And we got to check out a couple of those games. Man, the Devem versus Paul games were fantastic, really fantastic. I mean, Luvnest kind of had his way with Paul, but perhaps Paul was slightly exhausted from that first series. He was not happy with his play, but man, Paul comes raging back. If you guys want to follow him, I exported 69 videos to YouTube. There's so much great stuff there, and all of my other casters. We're about to release a master list, and you will find that we have games from just an entire variety of Kotu.org shoutcasters, very talented people. Let me just have a quick look and see if I can find the post so I can read off some of their names to you guys. We're going to have that coming out soon. That's surely got to be in the commentator desk. Let's see. Master YouTube list. Check this out. Just, okay. Open quali games, round 7. We got games here by Tightrope. Tightrope did a ton of games. ATR has been doing like what I did just now, going back through and casting replays. So a ton of games filled in by ATR. In some situations, you can pick who you want to see do the cast. Like we have multiple casts of the same game, so you can just pick your preference, whoever you like. I said I'd outputted 69 from the SNF channel. ATR did a whole bunch of casts. Tightrope did a whole bunch of casts. Romeo did a whole bunch of casts that are already on YouTube. We got Dusty and Momo for show. These guys, these are like the new kids, right? Dusty and Momo. They put on great shows, man. It's really refreshing. And I have to give huge compliments to Dusty because he actually took all of the assets that we provide and put them to use. His stream had bling, man. He had posters and the Fox, and he had overlays and player names, and his stream is great. So it was really it makes me happy to see someone actually put all of that stuff to use. I mean, that's why we provide it, so that you guys use it. And actually, I've seen our looping backgrounds like this here is this is the one of the Angoville ones that Jan252 made. I've seen Jan's looping backgrounds on Hansy's stream. I've seen them on Fahu's stream. So that's really cool. Every time I see you guys putting those assets to use, that's just like awesome. I mean, that's why we make them. So it's great to see you guys using them. Dusty hooked up his stream, man. I hope to see more really sweet streams from him. Yeah, and Computer Heat with some games, of course, and Mr. Sotko with some games. So our master list of Operation Charlie Fox will be released shortly. We'll add these two games, these two matches that I just did to the bunch. And yeah, I'm good. And you guys got any questions or anything since we're here hanging out? Now that the game's done, I guess. All right, bye YouTube. Edit. Now we can just hang out. Who should I host? Get your streams up, gentlemen. Now that the game's done, I can talk to myself. Shh, Ami. Shh. Okay, here we go. All right. So, hello, anybody? Am I still streaming? Where's all the chat? Why am I? There's some chat. When's the next tourney? Well, that's a good question, Quagmire NL. You're 5 lost trucks, 3 damaged war rings, 16 motorcycles, and you've got us stuck in a quagmire. Sorry, more Mad Max stuff. I love that. When's the next tourney? Good question. We don't know yet. I mean, there are things happening in Code 2. We got 2 tourneys that are cooking right now. The signups have been taken. The list of the brackets of the clan tourney run by 1for1, Creator, and Sumbjorn and Existent. That's going to be happening very shortly. Maybe, in the next couple days, I think we should start seeing streams from them. So we got the 2v2 clan match coming from 1for1. And then we also have Romeo's Star-Crossed Cup number 4, which will be this weekend. So that'll be exciting. I think the 10th of October on Saturday, that will start. So there's stuff coming, Be around definitely in the next few days and this weekend to check out some more hot Code 2 action. As far as me and Code2.org, we don't know what we're going to do next. We just recovered from OCF, and so we're just going to try to take a breath, try to look at what we've done, analyze it, see how we can improve it next time, figure out if we're ready to maybe jump into another one, because it is so much work. You have no idea how much work it is. It's a ton of work. So we're going to take a breath and step back, and, Sunday Night Fights 6 looms. It would be great to get Sunday Night Fights going. In fact, if you guys remember, all of our SNF seasons have been in the winter, and they generally run from November, December, January. That's like our Sunday Night Fights time slot. So, it's the beginning of October now. The time is ticking. If we could maybe put a rush job on all of that, perhaps we could get an SNF 6 going. If you guys want it, man, just holler about it. Start making noise. Post in the forums. Tell Relic, that you love this stuff. Luvnest feeling it, right? Shout it to the world, man. SNF 6, let's make it happen. If we start brewing some hype and some enthusiasm for the contest, maybe we can, maybe we can get a big initial prize pool from Sega. That would be cool. Perhaps we could get some of the hardware sponsors on board again. Alienware was a big sponsor of SNF 5. Perhaps we could welcome them back to Code 2 Esports. We still have no idea what Relic is planning with ESL. We've heard rumors that 2016 ESL is going to happen, that 18K that we heard about last summer at Gamescom. Hopefully, that'll come through and that'll be a big event, but I'm not sure when that would happen in 2016. I don't know if it'll happen in January or if it'll happen in July. If it's not going to happen, early, then there's definitely room for SNF 6. Why are you guys putting numbers in the chat? What is that? What do these numbers mean? Are you guys making fractions? What are you doing? I don't understand. Press 1 for SNF6. All right, thanks, Luvnest. Hey, Love, are you going to stream, bruh? Because I would be happy to host you if you're going to stream. So yeah, so that's what we're thinking about in the back of that's rustling around in the backs of our heads. We're thinking about SNF6. I already am thinking about OCF2. I would change a couple things, obviously. I would change it so that players didn't have to play such a horrible marathon in the open qualifier. And I would also change it so that the seeds don't go directly into round 2 of the main event. Everybody would start at round 1, that's for sure. So I heard all your feedback, and I definitely agree. You guys had some great criticisms. If we do OCF again with this hybrid thing, everybody will have to start in round 1 of the main event, definitely. And we'll make sure that you don't have to play more than like 3 best of 3s in an open qualifier day. But that might mean, and be warned, that might mean you wind up playing like 3 best of 1s and then 2 best of 3s. So don't start crying about mirror matches because, everything's give and take. Everything's a compromise. I still would perhaps want to get the quali done in one day, So we'll see. What about the zooming? What about it? You're going to keep getting it. Tough luck. I hope you guys saw my post. I mean, we really need skilled observers in this community. I mean, a lot of the times you guys have to deal with my observing just because there aren't any other options or many other options. We got guys like Dusty coming up and Computer Heat and Romeo and all these guys, Creator, these guys, they're getting good at it. That's good, and we need to see it. We need more observers, quality observers. Who makes the best observers is like top players, because top players can anticipate the game. They know where things are going to happen before they happen, so they're able to frame up the shots before it actually happens. That's why NTD was a great observer. NTD observed all of SNF Season 4, and he did a wonderful job of it, and sometimes he would catch stuff that like both casters would miss. And then so if you've got 3 people looking for stuff, then you pretty much cover everything. So it's fantastic. You back each other up. So we need observers. Who is going to study observing and really learn to do it really well? Who's going to watch, SC2 and Dota 2 and learn how those observers move their cameras? People are starting to do it, and I hope that, a few people stand up. Like, okay, so say we get SNF6. Wouldn't it be better if I didn't observe SNF6? Wouldn't it be better if we had a person that was absolutely devoted to scene changes, music mixing, and observing? This person would need to be able to do everything that I do. Setting up all these scenes, controlling the scoreboard, mixing the music, fading down the music, running the bells, switching the scenes, showing the sizzle video, going to the caster cam with Skype with 2 casters, having them mixed properly against the music, having their voices mixed properly against the in-game sounds. Someone needs to be able to do all of that, not just observe, but be able to do all that stuff and do it extremely professionally. I mean, we're like one dude in a living room. We're not a huge studio where people have mixing boards and like there's a producer calling out edits and stuff like that. We're just like one guy or a couple guys. So I would love it if SNF6 had a dedicated observer to handle all the stuff that I usually handle on SNF, so that I could just like pass that off and I could just sometimes cast. I'm happy to take turns casting with other casters. I see myself as like a master of ceremonies. I'm the MC. I like to introduce great casters. I like to introduce great players, and I have good relationships with most of the top players. Most of them, you know who you are, and so I see myself as a master of ceremonies. I would be happy to pass those jobs off to other people. So if we could get a dedicated observer who's got a big fat upload, it has to have 7 or 10 megabit per second upload. Have to have good enough rig. If you really want to be a badass, be like Fahu and have a double CPU rig going on, where one box is your gaming box that you use to look at Code 2, and then another box has a capture card hooked up to your monitor. So the one box is outputting to the monitor, and it's also outputting to your other box, and then your other box is streaming. I mean, that's the only way to get really high frame rates and to show Code 2 in its full splendor at all maxed out settings. So if there would be somebody to do that, okay, you guys are throwing the questions in hot and fast. Let me just finish my point here. If we could get a lot of money from Sega, You know, like what if we asked for 20K or something like that, like a 10K prize pool right off the bat? You know, like hit the ground running. Like we would do the same contribution system on top of that, but really the most successful events have an initial investment. You know, like when Valve started TI5, I always use TI5 as an example. Valve announced it with $1 million prize pool. You know, it's like, here comes TI5, $1 million prize pool from Valve. Bang, right? So if Sega or Relic would do something like that with us and announce an initial investment of maybe 10K, right? We got to put these events to shame, right? It's got to be at least more than 5K now. So maybe 6K, maybe 8K, maybe 10K. I don't know, something, some kind of initial thing, bang, to get it running. Then suddenly we have money that we can use to actually pay people to do their jobs. Like we've never come close to getting to that point. I mean, Code2.org has existed for 2.5 years, and every year I'm losing money and I'm putting in tons of hours and I'm not making a lot of money back. And it's just like the whole thing has been like my savings going, yeah, you guys like to paint me to be greedy Ami, blah, blah, blah. But if you looked at the hours I put in and the money that I get from this, it's a fucking sad situation. I'm fortunate that living in Berlin is cheap, that I had some money in savings. So I've been able to do this for you guys, for the community, because I'm doing what I love. You know, I'm not complaining. I'm doing what I love. And, you know, I figure for a good psyche, to be happy, you got to do what you love. So that's what I'm trying to do. But anyway, the point of the matter is, if we could get to the point where I could pay somebody to be an all-time, full-time observer sender, if I could pay somebody to make sure their rig, that they've got like a dual PC rig, and they're observing and switching scenes on 2 different rigs, maybe it's like 2 brothers. Maybe one brother could switch the scenes and the other brother could run the observer, you know, like a 2-man sender team with 2 PCs would be ideal. That would be great. Then it would be like a real quality production, and it would be tight, and it would be so nice. And I think to get to that level of quality, we have to be able to pay people. So we're going to have to get enough money that we're going to be able to do that. Because not only do, you know, you mean these guys have to commit to like 11 Sundays. 11 Sundays they need to commit to be working for between 5-6 hours, you know, on each of those Sundays. All right, so I think I've caused a lot of questions. Let me wind back and try to get them. But what about the zooming? Okay, we covered that. Thank God. I was scared there would be no more zooming. No, there will always be more zooming. Okay, JDX. Ami, please, if you want to be a good observer, you should become a better player. And you're a better player, you automatically... Yeah, I agree with you, but do I have time to do that? Did I have any time to play any games over the last 2 months? I was working overtime on OCF. Every opportunity I had, I was doing something that made OCF happen. I didn't have a chance to play. I would love to have more time to play the game. Trust me, I would. And I agree with you. To become a better observer, you got to play and become a better player. I agree completely. Ami, I tried to sub. Let's see. Oh, boy, you guys keep chatting. I can't control this thing. Here we go. Kopi G. Ami, I tried to sub during OCF, but it said I couldn't because you didn't set up something with XSOL. I have no idea what that is. People are subbing, so I know it's possible. Partners, Brock. Here was their response. Our partner broadcasters must first accept a contract through Twitch XSOLA. I don't know what that is. I think we've done that by now. I mean, I know that our taxes are all in order with Twitch. But, okay, that's good to make me aware of that because I have no idea what you're talking about. Twitch XSOLA. Okay, I'll look for that. Thanks for telling me. I will look to make sure that all that's set up correctly. If it needs to be done, I will do it. So thanks for tipping me off, Kopi G. Quagmire, so was OCF completely community funded? No cash from Relic Sega? Yes, sir, it was. OCF was completely community funded. No cash from Relic Sega. Yep. Craft Keo, please cast the next season, Ami. Oh, I'll don't worry. I'm not, you know, SNF's my baby. I'm going to be casting. I might not cast every game. You know, I prefer to rotate with casters. You know, my favorite thing is a 3-man squad or 4-man squad where you have a hype caster and an analyst. Maybe the analyst stays on for all of the matches of the best of 5, and then we switch the hype casters so we get some variety. That's my preferred way to do it. JDX45, you could pay me to be your observer. If it weren't for me, you would never know those 2 Katyushas got wiped by one AT gun during that stream, and that one of those Katyushas had been abandoned and recovered, even though you were looking at that part of the map. I think you're talking about that game with Vindicare X and his Jagdtiger, right? Is that the game you're talking about? I'm pretty sure that's the one you're talking about. Me and Seaz were trying to figure out what happened to those 2 Katyushas. I remember that. The Pliskin X Sola is payment handling service for PayPal. All right, I'll look into that. Make sure we're set up correctly. All right, guys. Looks like the questions are slowing down. Sturm Tiger Cobra just subscribed. Thank you. Here, these are for you. That's for you, Sturm Tiger Cobra. Appreciate it. You should hand the camera movement to Luvnest. Yeah, he's good. Like I said, former players make the best observers. If Luvnest wasn't out there slugging it out, he could be our observer. But I expect if we do an SNF 6, he'll be wanting to play in it. The Ami Luvnest team. That was a funny day because if you liked that, I mean, we could do so much better. We were both food deprived, sleep deprived. I mean, hopefully it was entertaining because we were both totally punch drunk on that Sunday. I had just cast the All-Star game. We just got everything in place. All the overlay. I was working up to the second refereeing that whole day. The refereeing was just a colossal task. And so by the time Luvnest and I started casting together, we were already he had been casting for 6 hours. I had been refereeing for 4 or 5 hours. Like we were both just and so, if that was a fun stream, we enjoyed doing it, but we were really punchy. Some people were really offended that we took jabs at each other, but they don't realize that Luvnest and I are close friends in real life, so we can get away with that shit. If we were just internet people that were just acquaintances and we were treating each other that way, that would be different, right? But we're drinking buddies. We were sitting in a bar in Friedrichshain 2 weeks ago, putting back shots and pilsners and stuff. So we could take jabs at each other and it doesn't mean anything. But I think a lot of people didn't realize that and they were like, "What the hell is with these guys?" Okay. Yeah, definitely do them at me if you want me to respond to them. If I subscribe, can I live in one of the buildings in Arnhem? There are a bunch of unclaimed buildings. Ami should moderate between the matches and someone else should cast. I would love to move more towards, MC. I'm not German. My name is a German-ish name, Ami Polizeifunke. Well, I'm half German, actually. My mom was born outside of Ludwigsburg in the south of Germany. So I'm half German. My mom was born during the war. I should do a stream where I just show you guys, do a show and tell of stuff from the war. I have some incredible shit. My mom was born in 1943, which there's no way that you can be born in Germany without some crazy freaking story, So I have an amazing story on my mom's side that someday I'll maybe tell. I don't know. So we got another sub. That's cool. Let's see if we got enough. Let me just check real quick. I'm looking for a streamer to pass the ball to. Who's up and running? Imperial Dane, Luck Bar, Storm Tiger, Alistair. Love, are you going to stream or what, brah? That's cool. Let's see. Oops. Partnership. Subscriptions. Here we go. I think we're either one shy or we did it, Reddit. Let's see. Let's see how close we are. Okay. Emoticons. 24 of 25. We need one more sub to unlock 2 new emoticons. One more sub, guys. Wait. Ami Polizeifunke can sub. I have another account on Twitch. I can sub from my own account, and we can do it. We're going to do it, guys. I'm going to do it. If you guys don't get one, I'm going to get one, and we're going to get those emotes. I'm so jealous. Hansy's got all the emotes, man. It's not fair. I love Hans GG. I love that emote. We need to put that emote on Kotu.org, and everybody should have access to that emote always. That is just the greatest thing. Okay, I think I'm done. Someone just subbed, really? And I missed it? Who? Because I was tabbing and I can't wind the chat back. Who did it? Did they really? Expose yourself. Tristan Geek, are you new? I want the orchard in the west of the map. You want to claim a farmland? You got it, bro. Tristan Geek, you are the proud owner of a orchard, the lemon orchard, the trees with the whites. So they probably have a house, right, where you collect all the lemons. You got it, buddy. Thanks for subbing. So, hey, big bells. New emotes. I got to do them real quick. I got to get on the horn to the artists. New emotes for SNF. I'm excited. Hopefully we'll have those all hooked up before Friday. So, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Who am I going to host? Dang. Man. I don't know. Oh, somebody. You can sleep in the barn. Okay, cool. Thanks. Been fun, guys. We're going to export to YouTube. Look at the portal. We'll have some cool posts coming up for you guys. We got Machinimo. We got fan fiction. We got the YouTube master list. So we got stuff coming. I'm going to make some dinner. Time to throw some pasta on. See you guys later. It's been a pleasure hanging out. See ya.